The Smith machine can be a pretty versatile machine, so let me show you a full body workout to show you what's possible. Okay, you guys, I have 5 different exercises I'm going to show you today on the Smith machine. Every now and then will throw in things on the Smith machine just to kind of get me out of the dumbbell world, because I really love dumbbells, but it's really cool to kind of go and use other equipment. So these are 5 different exercises that I actually use pretty regularly in my routine. Okay, we're going to start with legs. So what we're going to do is we're just going to unlatch the Smith machine. You're just going to stick it up fairly high. For anybody who's not familiar with using a Smith machine, I always recommend that you check out the resistance first. Some are light, some are heavy. This one's got pretty good resistance on it. So I'm not really using any weight, because I'm more worried about kind of showing you guys form and how to do this properly. You're just going to take the bar, you're going to rest it on your shoulders, not on your neck. So split stance squats. We're just going to put one foot forward. I'm just stepping back with my other leg. The goal with this one is to get my knee as close to the ground as possible. I'm keeping my head and shoulders up, and I'm really focusing on kicking my hips back. So this really is targeting my glutes. I normally will do 12 to 15 reps depending on how heavy I want to go that day. Once I've finished, of course, I'm positioning my other leg, taking a nice wide step back, getting that knee as close to the ground as possible, pushing my hips back. Really target my glutes. All right, then we're gonna hook. The next thing I do, if I'm wanting to kind of keep my heart rate up, sometimes I'll do these in between, or I'll just keep them as just kind of a good thing to work on my flexibility through my legs. I call these duck squats. So I'll start with the bar fairly high, and I'll work this down to where I'm getting into a nice deep low squat. I'm just going back and forth. I'll do maybe 15 to 20. But it's great for opening your hips. And then I'll rest. So I'll either do this in between my other exercises, or I'll do it as a standalone. But I've noticed progressively the more that I'm doing this, the lower this has gotten. So my range of motion has gotten better. So it's just a kind of a quick little tip, something good for people to work on. Okay, so you can do a couple of rep rounds of those. Next, we're gonna go into hanging bench taps. I usually set this at the highest notch. Make sure it's locked in. You're just gonna grab a bench. I usually position it. These little knobby guys might be in the way, hopefully not. You're just gonna put your hands about shoulder width apart. You're gonna step your feet next to the bench. You're gonna relax, make sure you have a good grip, and you're just going to tap and raise to each side of the bench. So we're getting a little bit of a rotation, but we're really working those abs nicely here. So with these, do as many as you can. You can do 10, great, 15, great. 3 rounds. Those are good, works on your hand strength too. Okay, next I'm gonna go into a shoulder press. I'm just gonna keep the bench the same way. I'm gonna slightly lower this. And you're actually going to be sitting the direction of the bar. So what you're gonna do, and this one I would definitely not start with weight, because it doesn't take a lot of weight for these. And I have pretty strong shoulders. You're gonna position your body, nice tight core, nice straight back. And this has so much resistance on it, I literally can barely even use this bar without using my other hand. I mean, I have to use my other hand. There's a lot of resistance with this bar. So you're just going to take that and press it straight up to the ceiling. Normally you shouldn't have to use your other hand, but I'm guessing there's probably a good 25 pounds of resistance. At my normal gym where the bar is really light, I'll maybe add like 2 5s or 10s. So, but it's great because it kind of hits differently than where you're normally doing shoulders holding a bar this way. It kind of takes it into a different plane. So those are really good. Not the greatest example, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so next we're gonna go into pull-ups. So now I'm just going to bring my bench out here. I'm gonna lower my bar, and these you can kind of readjust. I want my bench to where my feet are gonna reach it when I bring them out. My grip is gonna be a little wider than shoulder width apart. My feet are gonna be on the bench. I'm actually gonna bring this out a little farther. Okay. This is the position you wanna be in. My back is straight. I'm gonna pull the bar up, right up to my chest level and down. So see, I'm almost inverted a bit. So this really makes your pull-ups a lot tougher. A lot of times I see people at the gym and they're kind of down here and they're doing stuff like this, which is still hard, but if you're really looking to bump it up a bit, elevate your feet, make sure your back is lower than your feet are, and it's all about pulling your chest to the bar. Whew. All right, you guys, it's pretty amazing. Smith machines can be pretty versatile. It's something I don't use a ton, but I do love some of the things you can do with them, especially, let's say, for your abs. A lot of times those bars to hold to do abs are really high for girls. So a lot of times it's easier to just get the Smith machine and boop, you got your hanging abs. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the workout. Thanks for joining me today. Check us out on our social media. Hopefully you're following us there. We put some great stuff out, basically on a daily, almost daily. Check out Athlete XX for Women, and I'll work out with you guys soon.